Cleaning tools. In order to know how to clean a bar and keep it clean, it's important to first understand the different tools that you'll be using to clean your bar. We will look at steel wool, a small brush, the absorbent cloth, the damp dishcloth, the dry dishcloth, the polishing cloth, the broom, and the mop. Let's start with steel wool. Steel wool, also known as wire wool or wire sponge, looks exactly as the name suggests. It is silver in color and looks like a collection of wool which has been bunched together. It is used to scrub metal work surfaces or chopping boards and is especially good at removing dirt which is tough to get off. This is because its tough texture grips the dirt and removes it when using it to wipe. It is very important that steel wool is not used to clean surfaces like glass, as it will scratch the glass and make it look very unattractive. Now let's look at the small brush. These have bristles which are either made of wire or other filaments. Secondly, they all will have some form of handle, whether it be a block handle or a long thin handle. Brushes are used for cleaning those areas which are difficult to reach with a cloth. This is often in small spaces and tiny gaps. For example, the lining of a fridge or inside consumable holders. Now we can move on to the absorbent cloth. When it comes to identifying an absorbent cloth, it is almost impossible to know whether a cloth is absorbent or not without first touching it. They are rubbery and soft in texture and rather thick. An absorbent cloth is always the first cloth that is used when cleaning up a spilled liquid or wiping away the all-purpose cleaner from a surface. This is because it will absorb all of the liquid and prepare the surface to be dried by the drying cloth. It is important that these absorbent cloths are replaced regularly as they begin to smell quickly. Now we can look at the damp dishcloth. Just like the absorbent cloth, there is no universal type of damp dishcloth. All that the damp dishcloth is a standard dishcloth which has been made damp with water. An important thing to realize is that your absorbent and damp dishcloths must look different to each other so that they are not confused. One way to differentiate between the two is to make sure that they are always different colors. The purpose of the damp dishcloth is to clear any dust or dry substances that are dirtying your workspace. Unlike the absorbent cloth, the damp dishcloth must never be used on any liquid spills or to wipe away the all-purpose cleaner on a surface. Now we can look at the dry dishcloth. What do you think the difference is between the dry and the damp dishcloth? The one is dry and the other is damp. And this is because they have different purposes. The dry cloth is to dry a surface which has just been wiped by either the absorbent cloth or the damp dishcloth. This leaves the surface dry, spotless, and looking perfect. Next, the polishing cloth. The polishing cloth comes in many different forms. The best way to identify it is to understand that it is soft and dry. The polishing cloth is used to polish items such as glassware, silver, or mirrors. Not only does it give these surfaces a great shine, but it will also remove any fingerprints from them, leaving them absolutely perfect for service. Now we can move on to the broom. A broom is made up of two separate parts. The first is the handle or broomstick, and this is a long, thin handle. Then, attached to the bottom of the broomstick is the head of the broom. This consists of lots of stiff fibers which are closely grouped together. It is with these fibers that the sweeping can take place. A broom is used to sweep dust and dirt off a dry floor. In the context of a bar, a broom can be used to clear away broken glass, dust, and any other rubbish that is on the floor. It is very important that a broom is always used before a mop is used. This is because the broom removes the debris before the mop cleans the floor with water. Lastly, let's finish off with the mop. Like a broom, a mop has a long thin handle which is connected to a head. The head consists of a mass of coarse strings or yarn. Some heads look like a mass of long, thin pieces of string, while others look like a long, flat sponge. A mop is used to remove dust, dirt, dried-in liquids, or earth from the floor. This is done by dipping the mop into a bucket of water that has floor cleaning solution in it, and then mopping the floor with it. The mop can then be wrung out to get rid of the dirty water and dirt that it has picked up. Well done on finishing this lesson, and enjoy keeping your bar spotless.